Good morning, everybody. This is week 32's morning work. Let's do it. All right, welcome to week 32 Monday. We're trying to solve for s, so we need to get s alone. So we're going to start by getting rid of this 5 by subtracting 5 from each side. So now we have that 2 s's is going to be the same as 12. And so now we're just going to divide by 2 to get rid of the times 2. And so 1s would be the same as 6, which makes sense because 2 of them is 12. In this equation, we're trying to solve for z, so to get it by itself, we'll start with the 4 and add 4 to each side. And that way, we will get rid of our minus 4. So now we have that 2 z's equals 16. So when we divide by 2 to get z alone, we end up with z equals 8. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to skip number 3 because there's no box plot number line that we can read due to the typo or glitch. And volume being length times width times height. Really doesn't matter what order you go in, so I'm going to do 54, which is 9 times 6 times 7. 28, 37, 378, and then our label is centimeters, those are our units, cubed. For number 5, in order to find the median, which means middle, we first have to put all of our numbers in order from least to greatest. So we have 3 24s, 2 66s, and an 86. And since we have an even number of data in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, we're going to have 2 middles, 24 and 66. Now what we're looking for is what's directly between them. So we're going to add up 66 and 24, and we're going to find the mean of these two numbers. And that will tell us what's right in between them. So we end up with 90 when we add them together. And now we're going to do 90 divided by 2. Is going to be 45. So we can write that right down here. The median is 45. I like to circle my answers. Surface area is our new topic for this week. That's what the star is for. And it looks like we have a cube because it's only giving us the length of one side. So being that it's a cube, that means that every single side is 6 centimeters. So this is 6, 6, 6. All these are going to be 6, which means the area of each surface is 36 centimeters squared. And how many surfaces are there on a cube? There are 6. So if we do 36, which is the area of one surface, times 6, which is how many surfaces there are, we get 216 square centimeters total that would cover it. So one way I remember surface area is just what a surface is. It's a flat face. It's a place. This, when you first learn three-dimensional objects, you learn that this right here is a face, right? But if we don't just want the face area, we want the surface area, total face area. We got this one, we got this one, we got the one on the bottom, we got the one on the left, and we got the one on the back that you can't see, right? And so all 6 of those on a cube means you're just doing the area of the base, or the area of one of the faces, times 6. And so there you go. Now the surface area of a rectangular prism is a little different because we don't have 6 of the exact same. We need to understand what opposites look like. So whatever the front is, right, the front is what I'm going to call this one, is going to be the same as the back, the one we can't see that's behind it, right? And then the left, which is this one right here, is going to be the same as the right, right? Those are going to be equal. And then the top is going to be the same as the bottom, which we can't see. But that way we can always remember that there's still 6 of them, right? There's still 6 surfaces on a rectangular prism. So now we just go and we look at the left. Here is a 1 by 1 square. which is just going to be an area of 1 meters squared. And since left and right are identical, that means we're going to have two sets of 1. So our left and right are going to equal 2 meters squared. Our front here is a 4 by 1. And since the front is equal to the back, that means we're going to have 8 meters squared because we have 4 on the front and 4 on the back. And since the top is equal to the bottom, and the top is a 4 by 1, that's going to be 4, and then another 4 on the bottom will be 8 meters squared. And now we just add all these together, and you end up with 18 square meters of surface area. To find the area of trapezoids, they gave us these dotted lines. They already cut it for us at 90 degrees. And so those are things that we would have to do ourselves if they didn't do it for us. But it's not part of the original shape. The original shape is the solid outline, this trapezoid. But we're going to have a rectangle and 2 triangles in order to figure it out. So since these are 2 and the height is 5, we have 2 triangles that have a base of 2 and a height of 5. Now remember, triangle area is base times height divided by 2. So we're going to have 10 divided by 2, which is 5 centimeters squared for both of those. And then our rectangle is just length times width. So we have 4 times 5, which is 20 centimeters squared. So now we just add those together and we get a total of 30 centimeters squared for our area. And this is a figure we're going to create a line here, or you could have done a line here, but I'm just going to do that one. And that's going to give us a 5 by 1 by 7 here. And then we have a 3 by 3 times 5.2 here, which means we didn't end up needing this, and we really didn't end up needing this because, as you can see, 8.3 is the same as 5 plus 3.3 to give us the total length, but since we cut it there, we didn't need it. And so to save time, I did the work while I was paused, and you can see that here's my 1.7 times 5, my 3.3 times 5.2, and then my addition of the 2 different areas. Obviously, this is not to scale because 1.7 looks to be the exact same as 3.3, but that's okay. 25.66 total feet squared for our area. And with ratio tables, we're looking for the multiplicative relationship between the left and the right. So 27 and 3 are related with a 9, right? 3 times 9 gives me 27, and 27 divided by 9 gives me 3. So from left to right, we're dividing by 9. That's our rule. And from right to left, we're multiplying by 9. That's our rule. And you can check it again here. You can see that those are related with the multiplicative relationship of 9. So I'm going to start with 7 times 9. That's going to give me 63. And then I'm going to do 45 divided by 9, which is going to give me 5. And there we have our ratio table. And for some reason, this is on the next page. If you did it, 4 times 9 is 36.